What's up, everyone? Welcome back to King Anime Review, and for this video, I'll be reviewing episode 239 of Boruto Naruto Next Generations, titled "The Boy from the Isle of Shipbuilders." Now, in case you guys missed my Attack on Titan review, I am off on Sundays now. Saturdays through Mondays, I'm off. Therefore, I should be able to review the new Boruto anime episodes the same day they come out. And I also, not only do I plan on doing that, but I also plan on doing reviewing the new Attack on Titan episodes either on Sundays or Mondays. So yeah, and that's why I got my schedule changed so I can do that and also go to church on Sundays. So yeah, so that's cool. Now, with that being said, let's get into the review. So the episode started off with everybody stuck on that ship that they got from the Funato clan. Team 7, Team 5, Team Kagura, that were stuck on that ship and they were trying to figure out how to fix it. Dinky was trying to figure out how to fix the engine because in the last episode, the engine was basically destroyed by that Funato clan guy who went into the engine. And yeah, then Boruto, he was seemingly hallucinating, having like a daydream or something, where he thought he fell into the sea and he thought somebody with webbed hands saved him. And the guy he thought saved him looked very similar to the guy he met later on in the episode. Now, this guy name is Akada, and that guy, basically him, along with the guy who's training him, the shipbuilder, the famous shipbuilder who's training him. I believe his name is Ikaji, something like that. But anyways, yeah, him and another guy who was like basically his mentor, teaching him how to fix boats and stuff. They ended up arriving onto the boat after Boruto had that hallucination, and they basically offered to help repair the ship after they learned about the situation that everybody on the boat was in. So they offered to help rebuild the ship for money, of course. But first they took the ship to their island, and they had it basically, yeah, they took the ship to the island with their smaller boat. And yeah, and then when they got on the island, they basically planned out what they were going to do. Kawaki said he's just going to walk around because he's not interested in rebuilding ships or helping build ships. And Miski said he's going to do the same thing. After in the last episode, it seemed like Miski started to get like he was interested in what Kawaki's abilities were, because Kawaki figured out that whole situation. He planned that whole thing out. And apparently Miski didn't know Kawaki was that smart. Like he was smart enough to basically force the Funato clan to lure himself. Kawaki was smart enough to force the Funato clan guy who was hiding on a boat to reveal himself. Miski didn't really know Kawaki was that smart, because I don't think he knew Kawaki was that smart, because in the Boro fight, Sarada was pretty much leading that fight. In the manga and the anime, it was slightly different, but yeah. But point is, Kawaki is really smart, especially based on his battles against Ishiki, Aotsutsuki, and Borushiki, who was controlled by Momoshiki at the time. Yeah, he outsmarted 2 Aotsutsuki's in one day, so he is very smart. But yeah, so Miski said he's gonna basically do the same thing as Kawaki. Sarada decided to go with Team Kagura to contact the Mizukage. And when they tried to contact the Mizukage, they found out that the Mizukage is on, he's fighting the Funato clan on the front lines of battle. And then Boruto and Team 5 decided to help repair the ship. Now, they ended up finding out that the ship was, like, they were missing a crucial part for the ship to rebuild the engine or whatever. And then basically towards the end of the episode, it was decided that Boruto was going to go with Akada, and they were going to go get the missing parts from the northern part of the island. And yeah, they were going to go get the missing parts. Boruto basically, because Akada forgot it was his mistake. He forgot to stock up on the missing parts, and he was supposed to keep that stock. And his teacher was basically like disappointed in him and stuff like that. So Akada wanted to make it up to him and redeem himself pretty much. And his sensei allowed him to He only agreed to let him go get the mission parts because Boruto said he would go along since he says he specializes in basically bodyguard type of missions. So yeah, they ended up going to go get the missing part. And also we had a scene with the Funato clan leaders. We had a scene with them. We had Timba coming back and talking to his dad, his brother, and a woman member of the Funato clan. It wasn't specified what her relationship is with the others. She might be the mother of the two brothers, or she could be their sister. It wasn't specified. She does look just like the dad and Isuri, but Tenma doesn't really look like them because he has everybody else pretty much has orange hair and like they have orange hair and a white basically their eyes are white with the grayish pupil in the middle. It kind of looks like how the Byakugan looks in Boruto. You know, the white eye with the grayish pupil. In Naruto, the Byakugan was just white. But anyways, yeah, so they kind of look like they have Byakugans and orange hair, which also Aikida, the kid that Boruto met in the episode, he also has that same look to him, the orange hair and the white eyes. And it was revealed in a preview that he came to the island that he's on from a different, like he's not from that island. So he might be like the son of Asuri, because I find it really weird that he looks very similar to Asuri. I think he must be I think he must be connected to the Funato clan, the real Funato clan members, their family, their leaders. And I think he might be Asuri's son or something like that. But yeah, so that's the case with that. Also, some of the people on the island were talking about how they get with the Funato clan. You know, they get why the Funato clan is seemingly doesn't like the feudal lord, because the feudal lord is trying to enforce modernization and stuff like that, and they don't really care. They don't really like that stuff or whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened in the episode. Kawaki got kind of mad at Mitsuki following him, and yeah, and the episode ended off with Boruto and Akira going to get the missing parts. Akira revealed what his dream was. He revealed that his dream was to basically build a huge boat, a huge ship, and sail across the world. So he wants to travel when he gets older, pretty much. He wants to build a huge boat and travel around. That's his dream. And he said the boat that him and Boruto went to get the missing parts on, it was a smaller boat but it was the first boat that he built. And he said boats are not just a tool. They're things that can, transport people around the world and stuff like that, which is a contrast to what the villains were saying when when Tenma was talking about how the mobile fortress how it got destroyed. He was like, his brother was like, his brother and father was like, oh, those are just tools. It's not like that. Those are just tools. They serve their purpose. But, it's not like that was going to guarantee our victory in this war. So, yeah, a contrast there. Akada thinks boats are not tools, and the Isuri and his father think they are tools, pretty much. And it could be like if he is Isuri's son, that could have been instilled in him that boats are tools or whatever, but he could have had a difference of opinion or whatever, and that probably is why he said something. That's probably why he has such a sharp contrast by saying like, yeah, boats are not just tools. Because it's kind of like him, he probably denying something that was kind of instilled in him in his childhood. But anyways, so yeah, that's what happened with the episode. And the next episode, it seemed like we're going to get some more information about the Funato clan. And yeah, see how Boruto and Akida gets that missing part. So overall, the episode was pretty, the story of the episode I didn't have any problems with it, honestly. I didn't have any problems with the writing and stuff was pretty good. Got a little bit more detail and depth on the current situation as far as the war that's going on. And the Funato clan, we got a little bit, more details about we got a little bit more information about them, showing them all together, the heads, the top members of the clan all reunited and stuff. That was cool. And Also, other than that, this episode was mainly to introduce new characters and just give us an idea of what's going on in the current conflict. So when it comes to that stuff, it did a great job, and it was a well-written episode. And the next episode, hopefully we get back into, I don't know if we're going to get back into the action or what, but, you know, Boruto and Akada got to get the missing part, and maybe they're going to run into some Funato clan guys while they're trying to get the missing parts and stuff like that. So anyways, the episode did a good job at, you know, doing what it was, you know, what it seemingly was trying to do, which is to introduce the new characters and, you know, give us some more details on the current situation in the land of water. Also, it was a little bit more detail and depth revealed about the land of water. How basically the Mizukage, which I'm assuming they're talking about Chojuro. I'm assuming they're not talking about the previous Mizukage, or maybe it was Mei. Maybe they were talking about Mei because she is the one who drastically changed the land of water after she became the Mizukage. She was a way better Mizukage than the Mizukage who came before her, which I believe was the third Mizukage, and then she's the fourth, and then Chojuro is the fifth, I believe. So yeah, but yeah, they were talking about the land of water and how each of the islands used to be, they weren't really united, and they didn't really care about, they weren't really united, the feudal lord, and they didn't really care about the feudal lord's plans or whatever. They were talking about how they were not really united until the Mizukage got them together or whatever. But yeah, so all of that stuff was cool. So overall, in terms of story, I'll give this episode a 10 out of 10. In terms of doing what it needed to do, or doing what it seemingly was trying to do, which is, you know, the stuff I already talked about. I think it did a good job at that. So I'll give it a 10 out of 10 in terms of story. In terms of art, I'll give it a 9.5. I think I did notice some height inconsistencies throughout the episode, just a little bit, or maybe it's because the characters were standing on certain things or whatever. But yeah, I think the height was kind of a little bit off. It seemed like Awabe was a little bit taller than he should have been. I thought he was the same height as Kawaki, but and then it seemed like he was almost around the same height as Sarda in another scene. But I don't know, it could be characters standing on different things or whatever. That's just a small minor problem. But like I said, 9.5 for the art. And for the animation, 10 out of 10. I didn't notice any problem with the animation. So overall, I'll give this episode a 10 out of 10. This was a pretty good episode, a pretty great episode. Well, I'll say a pretty good episode of Boruto Naruto Next Generations. It was great at doing what it needed to do, or what it seemingly was trying to do. So yeah, 10 out of 10 episode of Boruto Naruto Next Generations. And I'm looking forward to next week's episode. And hopefully I will be able to review Attack on Titan today as well, the new Attack on Titan episode. And with that being said, if you guys like the video, please drop a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and clicking that channel notification bell to be notified on all of my future videos. And share the video all over the internet and drop a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video / my review and of the episode in the comment section below. And what would you give this episode out of 10? Let me know all of that in the comment section below. And if you want to support the channel and stuff, please do what the other things I ask you to do. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.